Is it awkward that I'm recording on my bed now? I hope not. If it is, then oh well, too bad. I think I broke it. Okay. Hi, Mina. So the first thing I want to talk about is the riots that you talked about in your video. I watched the video that you linked, and I have just a few thoughts about it, and it's always weird to see riots and such violent things happen in a place that you imagine to be so peaceful, like Eskilstuna and like Vancouver. Even here, we had the riots last year after the playoffs, and it's so weird to see these places in like fire, but especially for me, and I'm sure it is the same way for you because you live there, but Eskilstuna, when I went there, it was mostly nice and sunny and bright, and it was so pretty, and I just can't imagine that kind of chaos happening there. Okay, obviously riots are never a good thing, but I love the message that this one sends, because it shows that youth just aren't okay with discrimination. It's funny that you should mention Felicia Day, because I have been watching some more stuff with her in it, like her music videos, and I recently watched Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog, which is absolutely amazing, and I downloaded the soundtrack because the songs are just so wonderful, and Neil Patrick Harris, and yeah, everything. You should watch it if you haven't already. I'm sure you have. I don't think that I look like Felicia Day. I don't really see it still, but thanks. I'll take that as a compliment. She's pretty successful. So this week my life has been pretty Marvel comic book hero focused. In anticipation for the Avengers movie, which I'm going to watch tonight, I've been watching all the superhero movies that are involved in the movie, like Captain America, Thor, etc. And I've been falling in love with these stories. I was never really that invested with superheroes as a child, but now that I've watched these movies and I kind of understand how they work and how the superheroes came to be, and one of the most interesting things to me is the timeline and how they all relate to each other and how they cross over. Like, for example, how Howard Stark, who is Iron Man's father, was part of Captain America, and how he created his shield for him. And all these little details make it so interesting, and I totally understand why people love these stories. They're not just books with pictures, they're like alternate realities. And these alternate realities may have been created by people, but they're so realistic and so thorough and detailed and intricate, like actual reality. And that's so fascinating to me. And another thing that I love about Marvel, I don't know if DC does this, I hear that they don't as much, but one of the things that I love about Marvel is that they explain everything that happens in their stories, like how the superheroes become superheroes, mostly using science, and maybe it's not real science, but it's like they use scientific details. And as a person who is in a science faculty at university, I find this so amazing because I can now say to other faculties, well, your faculty didn't create superheroes, now did it? I mean, artists did create the comic books, but I mean, if it was reality, we'd be responsible. That's right. High five. Science faculty, high five.